guys, welcome back to my booktube channel. Today we will be doing the Sea of Monsters book review. So last time we stopped while we were doing the Bermuda Triangle, and they went to the Bermuda Triangle. And that was just the beginning of the book. So many other stuff happens before that, after that actually. Like for example, they find out Tyson, they think Tyson is dead, but he's actually not. Spoiler alert. I think you're supposed to say spoiler alert before you spoil, but oopsies. Well, now you know what's gonna happen. It's okay, I'm gonna put spoiler alert in the title so you know. So Tyson actually isn't dead, but I knew the whole time. Like, this happens so many times in books. Like, they think the character is dead, but you're actually not dead, you know? And they appear later on. But Rick Riordan did a really great job, because on that part, I was like, I kept on doubting as I went further in the book. I was like, is he really, maybe he might actually be dead. Like, as I scroll it started like on this page or something like that. And as I wrote out to this page, I was like, is he really, I think he might actually be dead. But then you find out Tyson is alive, like, big, huge thing. And then at the end, when they find out Talia is appears from the tree, oh my gosh, it was so dramatic. My heart was pounding so fast. I was like, oh my gosh. And that sentence, I think that was the third to last sentence, I said, and I was holding in my hands what was meant to be my worst enemy or my best friend. Oh my gosh. And I really wanted to get that in the next book after that. Like, it really wants you to keep on reading. Like, I want to know what happens next. So I become worst enemies, I become best friends. Like, who knows what's gonna happen? But are we really gonna ignore the fact that Annabeth kissed Percy on the cheek? Like, no, we're not gonna ignore that here, because here we do not ignore that type of stuff. That's a big deal right there, okay? And I have a huge question. Like, does she still have a crush on Luke? Because, you know, before he didn't really say he had a crush on Luke, but you can infer, like, you could tell that she had a crush on Luke. But does she still have a crush on Luke after all he did? Like, wow. The Hydra too. I liked how Percy and Annabeth got a little closer in this in that book. You know, the first book, they're kind of like meh, but their little banter is super cute too. Like, I totally ship Percy and Annabeth. Well, they're not my two favorite characters. My favorite character is Percy all the way. So I actually got to the third book right here, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Titan's Curse. Super excited to read this because who knows what's gonna happen. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff happens too. Like, after the book, a whole bunch of stuff happens. Like, for example, I told you about the Hydra and Tyson. And on my last part, you know that Tyson is actually a Cyclops. And Grover, yes, the Grover has been pretending to be a lady Cyclops, so the Cyclops wouldn't eat him. And also, remember when Cece, I don't even know who Circe is. So when I found out, like, Circe, I just knew something was sus about her, you know? And it turns out Circe was the imposter. So I just knew something was sus about her. Like, no one can be that nice. No one is that nice, for real. Even if they act that nice, they're not that nice inside, you know? So I knew something was sus. And I've read the other book too, so I was like, this is too good to be true. Like, this cannot happen. And when he was super excited to see you, that was so adorable. And Tyson is hilarious. Like, I love Tyson so much. And Rainbow, his pet hippopotamus, I was so sad when he left. Like, it was just so sad. But again, we cannot forget about that chariot race too. That chariot race was just mwah. And Dionysus, I hate him so much. He's so annoying. I feel so bad for Tyrone. For example, like, if you found out someone, like, put yourself in Percy's shoes. If you find out, like, the teacher you loved, or even Dionysus, you choose, even though I hate Dionysus. Like, if someone you knew was actually the son of your worst enemy, you would be a little sus about that person, you know? Not even their worst enemy. They've done so many bad things. Like, you would be a little sus of that person, you know? You can't help it, but you pass down genes, okay? It's heredity. Some traits are passed down, okay? So you can't help yourself, but, like, he might be a little bit like his father. Like, you can't really blame them for not trusting Tyrone. But so far, Tyrone has earned my trust. It's really hard for me to, like, love a character so much, but Percy Jackson has did it. I love all the characters. They're easily lovable, except for Luke. No, I don't like him. And Dionysus, I don't like Dionysus. And what's his name again? Tarantula. His name's not Tarantula. It's something close to that or something. It starts with a T. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that evil guy. Oh, he's annoying too. I also don't like Clarice. No, Clarice isn't that bad. She's not that bad. So, like, the movie, they just erased Clarice. And after I watched the movie, I was like, I actually miss Clarice because it was so different without Clarice. And Eris, too. I'm so glad we barely saw any of Eris. And also Smelly Gabe. At the end of the book, like, we can't, like, let's go back, rewind to the Lightning Thief at the end, where on no other unrelated circumstance does her mom mysteriously make a statue. And also Sally Jackson, she's just amazing. Yes, we love a we support that queen. She's amazing. Like I said, all the characters are so easily lovable. Well, all the good characters, the bad characters, like even Hades. I like Hades better than Zeus and Poseidon. I hate Poseidon and Zeus. I hate both of them. Ugh. I don't know why Zeus is the Greek god. Just because he's the most powerful. He's so annoying. And Talia too. I think she's gonna be introduced as a new main character in the book. Hopefully we can learn to love her like we love the rest of the characters and not hate her, because I don't have enough space in my heart for enough of all that hate, so I can't. I hope I don't hate her. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna have a positive outcome so I can try to like her. What else happens in the book? Right, Clarice tries to kill them because they got suspended. They got expelled, not suspended, expelled. And also they were doing a chariot race. In the beginning of the book, they were doing a chariot race. They were doing 2 chariot races. It was the same one, but it's connected. The first one was stopped because all of these evil pigeons came ripping off their skin and stuff like that. The second one happened and they won, so surprised. Actually, I wasn't surprised. I was reading it, I was like, are they really gonna win with all of this happening? Like, are you sure? And that watch, oh my gosh, I feel like it's gonna help him. Like he said, that's foreshadowing again. I feel like it's gonna help him in the last book. Like, the big battle. And I love, like, the writing in this book. These books are just so amazing. The characters are amazing. The plot is amazing. It's not that predictable. But I've been reading books for a long time, so I can kind of, you know, get the gist of the different type of books and what's going to happen based on what I've seen and heard and stuff like that. Not really heard, just read. But this book surprised me. I really like a good plot twist and stuff like that, so it was really interesting. I'm reading the 3rd book right now. It's about Artemis. Like I said before, it's about Artemis. Super interesting. Love Artemis so much. Already said that too, but just saying, love Artemis. And after this, I'm going to read The Battle of the Labyrinth and then The Last Olympian, the last book. I feel like I'm going to be really sad when I finish these series because I love these series so much. The movies are just a disappointment to this amazing book series. For my rating, I would give it definitely a 5-star. I think for the age, I think it's worth, it's about, let's say 11 and older. I say about 11 and older. So, you know, I feel like if you're like 10 and you read this, well, it matters your maturity, you know? If you're like 14 and you have to mature, you won't like this book that much. You have to like fantasy. You need to know about Greek gods, because if you don't know about Greek gods and you read this, you will be so confused throughout the whole series. But I read Goddess Girls before I did this, so I was kind of caught up on the Greek gods. I knew a fairly good amount about all of these, so when I read it, I wasn't that confused. I actually wasn't confused at all. And even if you only know very limited amount of Greek gods, it explains everything. That's why it explains mostly everything that happens in the book. Like, one of the names, like Dionysus in the first book when you name it was like, you know, the god of wine, you know, it wrote it down. But if you know nothing, like absolutely nothing, you will be so confused. So that's just my advice if you're planning to read this, like you'll be so confused. But this is was my spoiler review plus some of my other thoughts. Now that I already did my thoughts about the book on like my 2nd video, but now I'm more into the series. I kind of got like the gist of it, and I can now say that I still do love these series so much. I'm not sure if I'm going to read Harry Potter though, because I'm a big scaredy cat, so hopefully I end up loving it. If I read it, I love it as much as I love these series. So thank you so much for watching my part 2 book review of Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on the notifications. Bye. Bora he.